Okay, students, welcome back. And this time, what we're going to do is we're going to be UV unwrapping. So, I've already done one, and this is the end result. So, I'm just going to show you this workflow from the start. So, what we can first do is you'll have your finger like this, your screen. So, first, we want to press UV editor. And what I first like to do is the UV toolkit. I'm just going to drag it, and I like to put it on this for toolbar here with my channel box, modeling tool, attributes, UV toolkit, and then UV editor. I'd like to put it on this side, this bar. So now it splits into two screens. So now we're able to see it. So you know what? First, what I'm going to actually do is let's go into. I'm just gonna hide that. So now we have our UV, our sword, sorry. And as you can see, the way I've managed to actually make it UV like this, a simple technique, what we can do is, for instance, if I have everything highlighted and then we just go to like, so let's just say that's how it originally looked. If you press planar map, it's gonna show up in the direction or whichever it's facing. So in this case, it's actually in the z-axis. So since z is the back axis for us right now, it's literally showing us it's gonna unfold in that direction. But we're gonna do it manually. I'm not gonna do it like that. So let's see. Okay, so let's start. So what the way I do this is we can actually let's see. We'll start with this. So the way I use it is through seams and stitching. So here, here. So I'm holding shift click. You should know this by now. I'm selecting all the outer edges like so. Okay, bro. So now what I can do is I can go to this side, shift right click and press cut. Now as you can see there's a Y line. This is known as a seam. So I had it on edge mode and started going around. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click this and double click that. So hopefully it's selected the entire line across, which it almost has, I believe. Like so. And then I can do this shift cut again. So now I've got it cut and that's brilliant. So now what I can actually do is I believe I can, if I just hold to, if I go to this side, the UV editor, and hold right click UV shell, I can select these two, pull it out like so. What we also want to do is we need to press the UV checker, the checker map. So that's going to show us if it's in squares. As right now it's in rectangles and that's not what we want. So you can hold shift, right click, unfold, unfold. And that's going to create two perfect, as you can see now they're in squares. For now we can leave them there. Afterwards I'm going to tell you what we do afterwards. So now that half's done, we can do the handle. So okay, I'd like to take it on and off. If it's not visible, just take it off, and then when you come to actually unfolding it, then you are more than welcome to put it back on. After that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the inner ones of the handle. Yeah, like so. And then I'm just going to press right click on, right click and cut. So you see there's a seam line, and I'm double click on the center, like so. Oh, as you can see, they created that. I'll just do it manually. Oh, a couple of small ones. Make sure not to miss them. Otherwise, if you miss any, it's not going to make the cut. So I like to always double check. I've got every single one. So once that's done, cut like so. Brill. So now what I can do is, once again, I can go to what's it called, UV shell. Got that half selected, and I'll select that half as well, like so. And then I can do shift, right click, unfold, unfold, like so. And then we can just double check. So let's rotate this back. So if you hold J whilst rotate, it'll do it in an axis. So as you can see, there we go, like so. And then after that, that just leaves us this part here. So if what I can do, let's see how I can do this. Okay, so what I can do is if I go back into the UV checker, circle here. Oh. Let's have that. See, double clicking through there, like so. That's perfect. But then as you can see, this line is selected, so I'm just gonna deselect the handle, like so. So then if I press cut, it's got the seam line. So now what I can do is, oh sorry, let's redo that, like so. And then let's go into UV shell, have these selected. And then first we're gonna just see if we fold them and see what happens. Unfold, unfold. So as you can see, what's actually happened is it's made it into, let's see if they're two separate, so that's perfectly fine. So actually what I've done is a more effective way of texturing, UVing it than the first time. So then as you can see, now we have separate parts. We have them in 3 parts, like so. So what we can do is, now you can see this one, U1V1 1001. So everything here, all of our assets, UVs need to always align back into this box. So I believe what we can, so there is a way, the way we can do it is we want our most important features, in this case the sword itself. So I'm just gonna, so first I'm gonna move these out the way, and then go into here, and just, you want to essentially, anything that's important, you want to make it as big as you can. So since our sword are the most important thing to us, the actual sword, like so, I want them as big, as I can possibly make them. So what I'll actually do is, you'll see, to get more space, I'm actually gonna have it sideways. And you know you've made a new UV map box when, as you can see, it's highlighted. As you can see, every time I go down or up or left or right, for instance, it creates new spaces. So I want it as big as I can, but at the same time I don't want it to, I want it all to fit. So there's a fit, perfect. So then after that, same again, what we can do is just go to here like so. Maybe, oh, also another tip is, we are not allowed to, well, not allowed, but we shouldn't. Workflow is, don't overlap your UVs. This is because if you overlap them, what happens is game engines don't like it, because they'll be like, they won't understand what's happening. So one workflow is, just don't make them big, essentially. I mean, not make them big, sorry, don't overlap them, as the game engine just doesn't like it. So if the game engine doesn't like it, don't do it. Simple as that. So I'm just going to put that there. I'm going to rotate this I can't rotate that. So there we go, and that is our UV. Uh, that is our UV for the sword. That wasn't too bad either. Look, and everything is perfectly squares. However, if we have a look at that one, if we go to there, let's go into this button, attributes, this. We can compare the two. So have a look at this. We have all the UVs in. So if I highlight it, just to show you, oh, let me check the checkered box out for a second. So as you see, we actually have them in less pieces, so it's more efficient. Whereas this, it was modeled with a lot of empty space. So actually, the way I view read it is much more efficient, as you can see. However, obviously, as you can tell with this one is, you know which is the sword handle and the hilt and the actual sword, whereas mine is, you might not be able to tell what's what. However, obviously, if you're UVing your own assets, you'll know what everything is. But for the rest of the tutorial, I'll probably be using this one just to explain, to make your life easier. Obviously, I know what this is, but if somebody else is watching the video, they might not know what I'm actually texting. So just for the benefit of the video, I'll be using this one. Cool. Thank you very much, guys.